Throughout history, more billionaires and millionaires are made after a recession and economic crash than any other time. So how do you take advantage of this time? As per IMF, the global economy is going to suffer the worst financial crisis of this century due to this pandemic. The World Trade Organization also said that global trade will be reduced by between 13% and 23% this year. No one knows when the coronavirus pandemic will end for economic activities to return to normal. But even as uncertainty abounds, life-changing opportunities will rear their head. In the past, events such as economic recession and pandemics have changed the path of governments, economics and businesses. For example, the SARS pandemic created the scope for catalyzing a dramatic growth of companies like Alibaba and helped establish it as a global giant in the online marketplace. The financial crisis of 2008 also produced its own disruptive side effects. Airbnb and Uber shoot up in popularity across the West as the crisis forced people to share their assets in the form of spare rooms and car rides. Businesses those are booming now. Industry number 1, online education. The COVID-19 outbreak has cost schools, i.e. primary, secondary and universities to close down, and no one knows how long students will have to stay at home. This reality has forced the crash course for online learning plans and technology for students and faculties. The world is going through a mandatory giant online education experiment. The outcome could accelerate changes in the education industry. There have been predictions of online education going mainstream to rival traditional education. Industry number 2, investment in capital market. Typically, in a pandemic situation or economic recession, market crashes when people start selling off their assets and cutting back on their spending out of fear of losing their money. Stock price goes ridiculously down. This is usually the best time for a smart investment. You can buy stocks at cheap prices and sell at higher prices when the market recovered. However, there are no guarantees that every stock will recover after a recession. But history says that people earned lots of money from the capital market through capitalizing this type of economic recession. Industry number 3, e-commerce. Alibaba, a Chinese online marketplace established in 1999, got its major boost during SARS outbreak in 2002. People in China had to stay at home and started buying more from online marketplaces. We are also witnessing the same under the current situation. People who normally visit physical stores are increasingly shopping online. Industry number 4, agriculture. Coronavirus pandemic situation created a threat to global food security, and consequently, there is a price hike. COVID-19 is disrupting agricultural activities around the world, from farm harvesting to processing and supply. At the end of this pandemic or lockdown, we may face a risk of low food supply. This will create more opportunities in the agro sector to produce food to feed the surviving population. Industry number 5, the gig economy. Companies are experiencing that they might not require full-time employees in many areas of the business operation. After this crisis, they would be tending to reduce the number of full-time employees and fixed costs. This will accelerate the gig economy, i.e. freelance works and associated startups. Industry number 6, medical products. Anything that is related to curing or preventing the coronavirus, like hand sanitizer / mask / medicine etc., is at high demand now. There is a huge shortage of these products across the world. However, you might think that these demands will drop in the future when this situation will over. Industry number 7, home delivery services. As people are trying to avoid physical contact, they are more prone to order products online and get the products at their door. This changing habit of the consumers is opening a new horizon for home delivery services. So providers of this logistics support should strengthen their capacity so that they can provide more quality and hygienic services to their clients. Industry number 8, accountancy and consultancy. These houses will need to be more focused on having good governance and corporate culture. Accountancy and consultancy firms can help the businessman through providing guidelines on minimization of losses, financial management, financial recovery, business process development and implementation. These firms should extend their hands to business houses and create more values for its clients. Industry number 9, food supplements. The food supplement industry is always big, but now with the coronavirus pandemic, people are more health conscious. People are living more fearful. They want to make sure that they have a strong immune system, so they are taking more vitamins and supplements. Industry number 10, cleaning industry. Offices, hospitals and homes everywhere, people are becoming more cautious about cleanliness. They want a sanitized place. So hiring a high-quality group of professionals to help them clean. These are some industries that are booming due to the coronavirus. Now what we have to understand is either you want to be in these industries or you want to think about how you could serve these industries. Think about how you could change your business model. Because one thing that we do know is that things are never going to be the same. People will buy differently, people will shop differently, and people will spend their money differently. So as an entrepreneur, it is your job to see what are some of the problems in the marketplace that you can soften. You can serve people. Don't get too hung up on your existing business models.